You're watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
Breaking news tonight, a car crash closes a portion of James River Freeway.
This is a live picture. We're getting into the Color 10 newsroom right now. This happened around 9 o'clock near the Glenstone exit. Dispatchers tell us that MoDOT has closed right now at least one of the westbound lanes of James River from Highway 65 to Glenstone. You can see the cars, though, are moving fairly slowly through this accident scene right now, but you will still want to avoid the area there as crews clean up the mess. We know one vehicle was involved in the accident, and one person has been taken to the hospital there tonight. Meanwhile, just in time for the 4th of July picnics, groceries cost more. Hello again, everybody. I'm David Oliver.
And I'm Ashley Katz. Glad you could join us tonight. The most recent numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics puts ground beef prices up 31 cents a pound from last year. Boneless chicken up also about 31 cents. Pork chops up 3 cents. And despite the hike, Color 10's Kevin Schwaller found Springfield shoppers are getting a break. This is new at 10.
Being in the Midwest is helping with prices, and so is competition. The Farm Bureau found Missourians will be paying about $10 less for a 10-person get-together than the national average. So although prices are up, we don't have it as bad as elsewhere.
Okay, it's a pork tenderloin, it's a brat, and all the picnic stuff.
I go all the way back to when we used to hand stamp the price on the canned goods.
COO of Heart of House Springfield, Dale Dothage, sees the rush and the costs rise each year. More than 40 years in the grocery biz and raising a few cattle on the side.
Occupy some of my time when I'm not working.
He knows a bit about beef for the Barbie.
Supply and the demand is what really affects that pricing.
The lines say it all, and with a host of national and international factors, the meat market is getting pricey.
Not as many in-store specials below a $10 price point.
Still, you won't likely be paying as much as other parts of the country.
Farm Bureau survey found that Missourians can expect to pay about $1.27 for a pound of hot dogs this 4th. On average, that same $1.27 will get you about half as much nationwide.
I think we've always been on the cheaper end of that scale.
And all the grocery stores and options popping up in Springfield recently are getting shops to be more competitive to try to lure you to their aisles.
And a lot of that's through cheaper pricing.
Which is good for the customer.
The 4th isn't all about food.
I'd probably say family. They're spending time with the family.
And that's perhaps one of the reasons customers seem to be loading up, not slowing down.
This is the first year the Farm Bureau has done this survey of traditional summer picnic food prices.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Kevin. We appreciate it. Jamie Warner is back off the weather tour tonight. You were out there at Fantastic Caverns at 6, and but it was cool underground there, right?
It was cool underground. It was actually very pleasant outside as well. A lot of folks go during the summer season because you got temperatures right around 60, whether it's 100 degrees outside or 80 degrees outside. But today you didn't necessarily have to be in a cave to enjoy some pleasant temperatures. These temperatures are warm enough to trigger some shower and thunderstorm activity this afternoon and evening along and north of I-44. It's been pretty active across southern Polk County, and the town of Morrisville actually had one viewer send in a photo. You could see some hail, which had accumulated as a result of some pea-sized hail falling out of storms there. And we still got these clusters of showers and thunderstorms across southern Polk County and the southern areas of Dallas County, all the way over to Conway. And you can see another batch of thunderstorms located to the south. You can see these showers and thunderstorms right here lifting towards the northeast at around 10 miles per hour. So they've been very slow moving, and they're really, I think, going to have the tendency of just raining themselves out over this same location. So we're picking up some decent rainfall totals, at least in a localized area of southern Polk County. Another batch of showers and thunderstorms which is developed is on an old outflow boundary, which is pushed south, and you can see across the western tip of Christian County and to southeastern Lawrence County, even northern sections of Stone County. We've got showers and thunderstorms. These are drifting to the northeast. We have that big accident there on James River Freeway near Glenstone, and it looks like we've got some heavy areas of rain and lightning moving in to that spot. Certainly not a good mix. As far as the forecast for the 4th, we start off with sun. We start off quiet, but watch out for those spotty afternoon storms. More on those expectations and beyond coming up.
Happening now more south than those storms. People down in Branson are so excited about the 4th of July. The fireworks there actually start a night early.
Yeah, this is the Branson Landing's 6th annual Liberty Light Up concert and fireworks show. It's happening once again right now. Want to show you a live picture from the scene where Tom Turton is standing by. You've been the MC. You're Mr. Branson. How's it going on there tonight, Tom?
It's going great. As a matter of fact, they have just begun the fireworks with our national anthem anthem. The Horn Dogs just got off stage after wowing this crowd. There is probably 15 to 20,000 people here, and if we swing the camera up, you can see the beginning of the fireworks here. They're being fired off a barge right in the middle of Taney-Como, right behind the fountain here at Branson Landing. So this is going to go on for several minutes. It's always a great show, and as you can hear, our national anthem is lighting the way right now at the Branson Landing.
Good times there, Tom. Looks very fun.
Beautiful scene out there down in Branson. New tonight at 10, most Americans will get a much-needed day off of work tomorrow for Independence Day, but Color 10's Laura Kennedy learned many will spend the day at car lots looking for a new set of wheels, Laura.
That's right, Ashley. So far this year, vehicle sales, especially truck sales, have returned to near pre-recession levels. This could be good news, not just for dealerships, but for the economy as a whole.
Truck sales at Don Vance Ford can be summed up with one word:
phenomenal.
Fueled by a rebound in the construction industry, truck sales are through the roof this summer.
We're seeing a lot of lumber companies, roofing supply companies, and a lot of your little contracting companies are buying now.
And that's not just in Missouri. Edmunds.com analysts report trucks are the hottest segment of the American auto industry.
And it's been up considerably from last year.
One reason could be that individuals and businesses have been holding on to their trucks in the down economy.
Now they're starting to get older, starting to get more miles on their rigs, and they come in, trade it in, get something newer.
And those newer trucks come with new gadgets.
It's not just that truck sales are up, more people are upgrading their truck options this year than ever.
People are shelling out the green for upgrades like LCD screens and rear view cameras. And even though hybrid trucks are on the market, Josh Barnhart says gas mileage is less of a concern with his fleet customers.
They're not necessarily looking for something that can get 30 miles to the gallon. They need something to get a load from A to B.
Historically low rates on auto loans are also helping move vehicles off the lot.
The pickup in truck sales also means employment for Missourians. Ford announced this spring 2,000 jobs will be added at a plant near Kansas City to match the demand for new trucks and vans.
I want to give you some more local news now at 10 o'clock. The fourth person suspected of a beating and rape in Webster County now sits in jail. Last night we told you that deputies were searching for David Lowry. He's one of 4 people charged with an attack back in May that happened in Niangua. The other 3 suspects are already in custody. They are Charles Medina, Angelina Medina, and Kristen Prince. A veto from Governor Jay Nixon means tonight more than 500 sex offenders will stay on registries. House Bill 301 would have prevented names from being added to sex offender registries if the person who committed the crime was a juvenile. That's regardless of the crime, and Governor Nixon argues that would have reduced public safety and undermined victims' rights.
Lawmakers credit the public for sinking a plan to designate the Ozarks as part of the National Blueways. According to Missouri Congressman Jason Smith, the Department of the Interior has rescinded its order. Many people were concerned that the Blueways designation might lead the federal government to enact new regulations or take land in the White River watershed. Springfield's newest green space is about a year away from opening to the public. Today, city leaders toured West Meadows. That's the historic land atop a huge mound near Jordan Valley Park. It will connect downtown to West Springfield through the trail system. EPA grants have funded the cleanup of that land, but a capital improvement tax decided by voters would be the next step. An Ozarks mill that survived the Civil War still stands.
That's right. Halston Mill is part of a park that honors the past.
It's just, an ideal setting for being out here in the middle of nowhere.
And tonight in Oliver's Ozarks, the unique thing inside this mill that you need to hear about.
And we would like you to know about our Facebook page. You can find us on ozarksfirst.com. Just click on the Facebook icon. Take a look. This is the Branson Landing 6th annual Liberty Light Up concert and fireworks show happening right now. Let's listen in.
Very pretty there. And also tonight, new here at 10 o'clock as we pause to celebrate the history of our nation tomorrow. We want to take a step back in time tonight to the 1800s in the Ozarks. Over near Everton in Dade County, the Holston Mill is a very real reminder of some days gone by. Here's why in this Oliver's Ozarks report.
It survived the Civil War. Many mills did not.
Tucked away amid the trees of southeastern Dade County, you'll find a hidden treasure, the Holston Mill.
This is the way people ate. This was how people were fed through the entire 1800s.
The mill was built in 1840 on the Sauk River, just north of what's now Highway 160 on Route EE. Many believe the structure survived the Civil War because its owner served the North and the South.
Rumor has it that he sold to both sides during the conflict, and not just for grain, but also for distilling purposes. You keep the troops happy, then you can actually do something.
And there's something you can do and see at the Holston Mill. It still works.
The second weekend of every month on a Saturday between 10 and 3, we'll be open here grinding corn into grits and meal.
Moved to this new location in the 1960s, the mill is the centerpiece of a 50-acre park about the past.
There are historical buildings out here. We have 3 other cabins. We have horse camping facilities out here. We have RV facilities. We have primitive camping facilities. And we've got 3 streams running through the property. An ideal setting for being out here in the middle of nowhere.
But Koppler says beyond that beauty, it's a blessing to still hear that rumble of the mill.
These mills are gone. 99.9% of them don't exist anymore. This mill has all the machinery that it takes to grind wheat and corn, which is something very rare. So these things are irreplaceable.
Really cool to see out there. The mill is owned and operated by the Dade County Historical Society. They just actually hosted a Civil War Days out there a couple of weeks ago. Every September, they also have a primitive camping skill set for folks out there as well. Now, I want to give you some trivia about that mill out there. It was actually built by Ezekiel Campbell. Ezekiel Campbell was the brother of James Polk Campbell, who was the founder of Springfield. It's all intertwined. It all comes back around.
It is, and it really is like stepping back in time there.
Yeah, and you can camp out there. You can go out there for a day trip. They have picnic areas and stuff, and a lot of it's free, too. So.
That's really cool, and the mill still works.
You bet, Bernie.
Thanks, David. Well, Jamie's here now with a look at our forecast for tomorrow. Tonight already we're seeing some rain.
That's right. In the short term, we got to watch out for wet weather. If you live here in Springfield, you got a quick errand to run, do it now. We've got some rain on the way, I think, over the next hour. Looks like we could see a repeat of some spotty shower and thunderstorm activity for the 4th. But the weekend forecast, well, it looks hotter, drier, and more humid. A look at it all coming up. Are they going now or about to go, or let me get my FB in so he can talk to me. They're about to wrap Tom up, or
And now weather with Color 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
Welcome back. Well, the fireworks down in Branson just wrapping up at the landing down there, but we've got some fireworks from Mother Nature which are still ongoing across Greene County, Christian County, up into Polk and southern parts of Dallas County. We've got two clusters. One is here. This was the original cluster, and then that sent an outflow boundary south, which ignited additional showers and thunderstorms in this cluster, which stretched from just east of Aurora, right up Highway 60 into the Republican Battlefield area, and that activity beginning to sneak into the south side of Springfield as well. So we'll zoom in on this first batch. Basically, areas south of Bolivar have been very active. We've seen pockets of heavy rain, lightning, and even some small hail. Morrisville certainly has seen some pea-sized hail. Got a couple of photos of that. And we've seen some scattered activity extend as far east as southern sections of Dallas County into southwestern Laclede County near the Conway area. Further south, we've got this other batch of showers and thunderstorms, again extending from Aurora right up Highway 60 across Christian County and to southern Greene County. And you can see this activity now has moved across Highway 60 or James River Freeway, and it's getting into the southern side of Springfield. Probably have some light raindrops, maybe into the areas around Campbell Road near Bass Pro, Battlefield Mall. Probably down towards areas like Nixa and Ozark. And this activity is going to be drifting toward the northeast at about 10 miles per hour. So it's slow moving, but over the next half hour to 45 minutes, it will likely progress slowly across town. So if you live on the north side of town, maybe Kearney, Division, you got to walk the dog. Do it now. Storms are on the way. And once they arrive, you're going to get some heavy rainfall, maybe some gusty winds. And wouldn't even be surprised if there's a little bit of small hail, but not expecting severe weather. But because these storms are slow moving, you could get a round of heavy rainfall that might produce, say, a quarter, half an inch of rain before all this wraps up. Now, the culprit behind this, you can see it spinning in the atmosphere. That is an upper level disturbance which is parked across southeast Kansas. And that upper level disturbance will be very slow to move through over the next day and a half. So with the loss of daytime heating, we're going to see these storms that we have out there right now fade away, only to come back, I think, during the afternoon heat of the 4th of July. So overnight tonight, you can see that upper level energy right there. Notice how it sort of drifts into southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas on the 4th, and areas along and east of where that disturbance is will have a shot at seeing some spotty shower and thunderstorm activity. It's still there through 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and then during the day on Friday, it's finally beginning to make its way on through the area to the northeast. So we'll keep that shot at maybe a spotty shower storm even into Friday's forecast. Overnight tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely winding down as we approach midnight. 58 for the overnight low. So another cool night across the region, especially to the east and southeast where skies are clear. We still have that dry air in place. Looks like about 56 for low in West Plains as well as Mountain Home. Tomorrow, we start off mostly sunny to partly cloudy, certainly partly cloudy in the afternoon, and those clouds will billow up, and we'll see spotty showers and thunderstorms around, especially in areas maybe along Highway 65. It looks like that may be the focus for thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening. So if you're up at Lake of the Ozarks, Stockton Lake, Table Rock, just keep an eye to the sky, especially in the afternoon and early evening. I think a lot of this activity winding down, maybe in time for the fireworks displays tomorrow night. Temperatures certainly will be comfortable again with temperatures dropping through the 70s into the upper 60s. Heat and humidity return, summer heat and humidity return by this weekend. Highs up near 90 starting Saturday through much of next week, with humidity levels increasing as well Sunday and the next week. And rain chances will remain pretty low, just a slight chance for a daily shower or thunderstorm each day from the weekend into Wednesday.
A loud night, fireworks, we've got thunder.
I was out earlier, you know, it was like, am I hearing thunder? Am I hearing the fireworks? You know, I think I was hearing fireworks for the most part, but you could certainly see the flash of lightning.
Yeah, I saw it too.
All right, thanks, Jamie.
You bet.
Well, you can see right here the Springfield Cardinals are back in town.
Dan Lucy is coming up in sports with some early Springfield fireworks next.
And now, Color 10 Sports with Dan Lucy.
The Springfield Cardinals are back in town and will open up a 6-game holiday homestand. The Cardinals hoping to provide the fireworks. Springfield limping into the action, though, after a 1-5 trip to Texas. Corpus Christi took 2 of the 3 last week down on the Gulf Coast. Springfield after revenge, but the Hooks would get to Jonathan Cornelius in the first. Bases loaded. Jonathan Meyer draws the walk. Rene Garcia scores 1-0 Corpus Christi, but Cornelius would settle down, strikes out Zach Johnson looking. He would get out of that first, giving up just 1 run. And then Springfield ties it up in the second. Stephen Piscotty, new to Springfield, deep to center over the bud sign and gone. A solo shot 1-1. Later in that second, bases loaded for Audrey Perez. He takes this one deep to left over the bullpen and gone. A grand slam, make it 5-1. And in the bottom of the third, the umpires saw some lightning, so they would pull both of the teams off the dime, and the game went into a short lightning delay. But Springfield goes on to win. The final was 11-3. St. Louis Cardinals continuing their series in Anaheim tonight, facing Albert Pujols, the Angels. Jerome Williams on the hill. He would strike out John Jay Looking with that nasty pitch. And then Shelby Miller was on the hill for St. Louis, and he was looking for a better game than his last outing. He would strike out Josh Hamilton swinging right here. St. Louis would give him some offensive help in the top of the second inning. Bases loaded. David Freese is up to bat. He grounds this one to third. The fielder's choice would score Alan Craig, and it was 1-0. Then Daniel Descalzo would hit the very next pitch, pass first into the right field corner. Yadier Molina and Matt Adams both score on the double to make it 3-0. It was 4-0 when John Jay would get his revenge. He takes this deep to left center. Mike Trout gets a glove on it, but the ball would bounce off his glove and over the wall. That's a 2-run homer, and that makes it 6-0. Right now, 8-2, Cardinals, third inning. If Kansas City Royals are going to make a serious challenge for the American League Central, they need to take advantage of opportunities. KC in the middle of a 3-game series against first-place Cleveland. Indians going into the action, clinging to a half-game lead over the Tigers. KC 5.5 back. Now, this game delayed from the very beginning tonight. Rain started to fall before the scheduled first pitch and then held things up for nearly 3 hours. They got started just around 10, and in the bottom of the first inning, Billy Butler was up to bat. Alex Gordon's at third. Butler singles to right. Gordon comes in to score. 1-0 Royals. And right now it's that 1-0 Royals lead in the third. The two will wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon. James Shields gets the ball for the Royals on the 4th of July. 42nd Annual Springfield Baseball Association Holiday Tournament underway. 16 baseball teams made up of high school players are taking part in the 4th of July tradition that goes back decades. Pool play at Springfield Catholic, Republican, Willard, and Clever over the next 2 days. Teams that advance move into a single elimination tournament starting Friday at Metter Park. A winner will be crowned Sunday afternoon at Metter. Players like Albert Pujols, Jason Isringhausen, and Billy Miller have played in this holiday tournament in years past. For the past 6 seasons, Brad Stevens has been the pride of the little guy in college basketball. Tonight, the Butler coach is taking his skills to the next level. The Boston Celtics hired Stevens to replace Doc Rivers, who was traded to the Clippers. Stevens led the Bulldogs to 2 consecutive appearances in the NCAA championship game. His small school Butler Bulldogs, 12-5 in NCAA tournament games. He won 166 games in his tenure. Celtics will officially introduce him on Friday. Butler is about to enter its first year in the reconfigured Big East. And Great Britain's hope for a Wimbledon Men's Championship is still alive. Barely. Scotland's Andy Murray survived a marathon quarterfinal match with Spain's Fernando Verdasco. Verdasco attacked Murray early, won the first 2 sets, 6-4, 6-3. But then Murray would rally, take the next 2, 6-1, 6-4. That set up a 5th and deciding set. Andy Murray survives 7-5 to advance to the semis. He will play Juan Martin Del Potro in the semifinals. Murray trying to become the first British male to win Wimbledon since 1936. So late night baseball. Cards out west and the Royals 3-hour rain delay.
It's a long one. Thanks, Dan.
We have some rain too. Jamie will tell us where after this.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. Color 10 News will continue in a moment.
All right, well, we're looking forward to the holiday weekend. We got some rain out there right now.
Yes, we do. Right now, basically, along and south, the sunshine is where we've got this area of heavy rain, thunder, lightning, and that's going to continue to spread slowly to the northeast. So the rest of Springfield will likely get in on some of this wet weather. Now, this is one of two clusters. There's another cluster still ongoing in Polk and in Dallas County. This activity should fade away over the next couple of hours, and we should see the beginning of the 4th start off quiet, fairly sunny, only to see another repeated round of spotty storms tomorrow afternoon and evening. But hopefully outdoor plants won't get rained out.
Should help with the fire risk, too.
You bet. Yes. See you tomorrow. Happy 4th of July.
Good night.